people out there, you are most welcome to the Preacher's Corner. I am Lydia Edulate, and I have my host here, Reverend Revivalist Bishop A.A. Harrison, whom I'm about to interview on the Preacher's Avenue. God bless you all. Honorable, our Revivalist Bishop, what is your take in the recent men of God who are proclaiming that they are doing the word of God, but they are somehow doing what the people like? What is your take in about this?
Well, I want to thank you all for hosting me or having me. What I want to say is, having been in ministry for some time now and interacting with the ministers, especially pastors, what I want to say is, before one to say a man of God is from God or not from God, it's more or less spiritual. In the sense that men don't call men into ministry.
Okay.
Men only affirm men into ministry.
Okay. So if I understand you well, do we have differences between men from God and men of God?
Yes and no. Yes, in the sense that men, if God really calls you, men will affirm your calling.
Okay.
And so it is yes. And no, in the sense that even if men affirm your calling and you are not indeed called of God, your deeds will show you out.
Okay.
To show that you are not a man of God.
So if I understand you well, to be called a man of God means you have to be selected and chosen, right?
You have to be called of God and be approved by men.
Okay. That's
God calls you, but men will have to certainly approve of you. One of the issues that I think people have to understand, especially when it comes to calling other people false prophets, not of God, and those things, is, you see, it's very difficult for man to know who has been called of God. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the man of God might be doing something that you have. Perhaps I've seen another person who is not a man of God doing the same. And so the only thing you will say is, as long as this person is doing A or B, and the same thing is being done here, then it is not of God. Or perhaps maybe in your church or your denomination, that particular thing is not done there. So because it's not done there, and it's done here, then it's not of God. Now the question is, who decides who is a man of God? And then, how do you also try to say this is of God or not of God? Is it because of the standard of your church? And the question is, who determines what's the right standard of ministry? I think it's scripture. So you can't, because it's not done in your church, conclude that this man is not of God. I recently heard of rings and stuff like that. But Joseph wore a ring in the Bible. There were great men, great kings who wear rings. So what do you say about that? If then we need to start condemning Josephs and those people in scriptures before we start talking about those who are wearing rings. Of course, I know that some people are wearing spiritual Bluetooth rings. Yeah, some of them are spiritual Bluetooth. But to come straight and say this man is not of God, you should be very careful. It's one of the dangerous things to do in ministry. Very dangerous to condemn people and call them false.
Okay, so how does this spirit of discernment and this knowledge then comes in? Because I know when you have the spirit of discernment, you are able to discern to know that this is from God and this is of God. And then with the spirit of knowledge, you are able to identify some of the areas to build up in the ministry. So how are you going to relate that with us human beings, knowing that you are able to discern that this is from God, this is a man of God?
Okay, you are right. You see, you use the word for the seven of spirits. And so you can't know the spirit of man until God reveals the man to you.
Okay.
You see, you can't know the spirit of God.
Which particular people do God does?
There are no specific people who always. Sometimes people act as if they are the fourth person of the I don't know if there's no more Trinity again. It is.
No, I just want to put it that if do we have particular people that avail themselves to be used by God?
God can speak to everybody.
Okay.
God can use anybody. As long as God deems it necessary.
No, okay.
In fact, to a point that if God can speak to
So
Don't
irrespective of your religious background.
No, the religious background has nothing to do with God using somebody or God calling somebody.
Okay.
But then the church determines who they are going to affirm as a leader or a minister of the gospel. The church.